let's get started with stretch and de-stress. Meet me in a comfortable position. Seated or lying down. Take a second to ground down into that spot. And let's take a big deep breath. Take any adjustments that you need, any wiggles, get them out. Let's take another big deep cleansing breath in. And sigh it out. Good, one more time. Big deep breath in through the nose. And let it go slowly and smoothly. Softly close the eyes or take the gaze to the floor. We're just going to take a couple of moments to focus on our breath to help bring us right here, tuning into our bodies. Let's take a big deep inhale, nice and slow for 5. We're going to exhale for 7. We're going to pause for 3 at the bottom. Good. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. Pause for 3. Good. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. Pause for 3. Inhale for 5. Exhale. And pause. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And pause. Good. Last time. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 7. And pause. Very good. Find your natural breath. Keep the eyes closed. So let's draw the chin to the chest. We're just going to start with releasing some tension in the neck. As you draw the chin to the chest, stretch out to the back of the neck. We're going to reach our left ear for the left shoulder. And then reach the right ear for the right shoulder. Keeping the chin tucked down. Bring the ear over to the left, and then again over to the right. Now really tilt that ear over the right shoulder, letting the left ear be parallel with the ceiling. Find a stretch on the left side of the neck. Let the arms be heavy on the lap, let the shoulders relax, and just find a stretch along the left side. Good. Slowly lift the head, and we're going to tilt the left ear over the left shoulder. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders, relax the face. And if you find your mind wandering as we sit in these prolonged stretches, take your focus to your breath. You can always think about the length and the depth of the breath, how it moves through the body, and what it feels like as it enters and exits. Good. Slowly draw the chin back to the chest. Then we're going to lift the chin nice and slow all the way up through the center towards the ceiling. And once you get it there, find a stretch all the way down the front side of the neck. Good. We're going to turn the head to the right, bringing the chin over the right shoulder, and then slowly drop the chin down towards the collarbone. Finding a stretch on the left side of the neck, this time more a little bit towards the back. Slowly drawing the chin down towards the collarbone. Find that stretch and hold. Good, we're gonna slowly lift the chin up the right side, all the way up towards the ceiling. Circle it through the center and bring the chin over to the left shoulder. Slowly dropping the chin down towards that left side of the collarbone. Again, finding a stretch along the right side of the neck, more directed towards the back. Good, one more time. Lift the chin up the left side, circle it through the center and take it to the right. We're going to go down towards the collarbone one more time. Relax both shoulders, relax the face, and find your stretch. Good, lift the chin up, the right side, circle it through the center. Bring it over the left shoulder and then down towards the collarbone. Find your stretch and hold. Relax the shoulders. Good, slowly circle the chin to the chest. Good, we're going to bring the hands behind the head, keeping the chin tucked. Draw the elbows in to cover the ears, and then round through the spine as much as you can. Good, slowly start to lift the chest. As you lift the chest, you're going to open up the elbows wide. Extend the back just a little bit. Open up the elbows, waking up the chest. Good, around the spine, pull the elbows in. Good, again, sit up slow, open the elbows, and let that heart shine forward. You can gently open the eyes or keep the eyes closed through your practice to help connect to your body. Good. We're going to let the left hand come down to the floor and reach the right elbow up towards the ceiling, leaning to the left. Now you can take that left hand out further, reach the right arm up, maybe dip down with that left elbow towards the floor to really find a stretch down the side into the low back. Good. We're going to go to the other side, bringing the right hand down, left hand comes up. We're going to slowly bend that right elbow to lean into this left side body stretch. Left hand comes up towards the ceiling, fingers reach as we side bend. Very good, sit it up tall. Let's open the legs up wide and find yourself in a seated straddle. The toes point up towards the ceiling. You're going to sit tall, and then we're going to walk the hands forward to find a fold. You might not have to go very far. We're looking for a stretch along the adductors, along the inner parts of the legs. Find that stretch and hold. Bring your chest forward to find a deeper stretch. We don't care to round the back and come to the floor. It's more about pressing the heart forward, leaning forward with a long spine, and you'll feel that stretch right away. Very good. Let's walk the hands in. We're going to bring the right leg out in front, and we're going to bend the left knee to bring the left foot to connect to the right inner thigh. We're going to bring the left hand down behind us, reach the right arm up, and again bend, this time a little bit deeper over to the left. Stretching through the right side of the body. Good, bring it up tall, and we'll take it to a twist to the right. Use that right hand down behind you. Maybe reach your left palm to the outside of that right leg, helping you to find a twist. Make sure the spine stays tall. Good, let's go again one more time for that side bend. Reach the right arm up. Reach the right fingertips for the left side of the room. Really lean in to this side body stretch. Good, we're gonna take it back to the twist, twisting over to the right. Sit tall and use the hands to support you. The right hand to the floor and the left hand to the outside of the right thigh. Very good. We're going to sit tall and lean over that right leg, reaching for the foot. Fold over that right leg. You'll find a stretch down the low back into the hamstring. We're going to hold this for just a couple rounds of breath. Very good. We're going to open up that right leg to the side. Keep that left leg bent. And we'll take a fold here towards the front. Focusing on that right adductor muscle. Find a stretch on that inner thigh and hold. Good. We're going to sit tall and then we're going to lean to the right. Maybe reaching for the outside of that right foot, finding a nice low back stretch on the left side. Find that stretch and hold. Very good. Sit up slow. We're going to switch the legs. The left leg goes long and that right leg bends. We're going to sit tall and then bring the right hand to the floor, left hand high. We're going to take that side bend. This time, finding a little bit deeper stretch. Maybe you lean all the way onto that right forearm, bringing the left fingertips to the right side of the room. Stretching all the way from the armpit down the side, maybe into the low back. Good, we're going to sit tall and we're going to twist to the left. Using our hands to support us, the left hand comes down behind you, sit tall. Use that right hand to press the outside of that left thigh and turn to the left. Waking up the spine. Maybe feeling a stretch down the right side of the body, all the way from the neck to the hip. Very good. Again, let's take that side bend one more time. Reach up and then reach that left hand over the left ear, reaching the fingertips to the opposite side of the room. Press out through the armpit, really separate through the rib cage and find space. Very good. Bring it up and let's turn to the left. Find that seated twist. Very good. Bring it to the front and let's fold over that left foot, reaching all the way down. Finding a stretch down the back through the hamstring. Find that stretch and hold. Very good. Let's sit up slow. And we're going to take that left leg out to the side, keeping the right leg bent. Again, find that tall posture. And we're going to slowly
Bend to the left. Finding a low back stretch on the right side. Good, sit tall and let's fold forward. Stretching out through that left adductor. You don't have to come low to the ground. Keep a long spine. Draw the chest forward, and you'll feel that stretch go down the inner thigh on the left side. Very good. Slowly start to walk the hands in. Let's turn to face that left leg and have both legs go out long together. We're going to pull the toes back towards the face, sit tall, and walk the hands down the legs. Keep the spine long. You'll feel a stretch down the back side of both legs. If you feel the body relax, maybe take that stretch a little bit deeper and continue to find space. Very good. Let's take it to a tabletop position, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. We're going to tuck the toes and just push the hips back towards the heels, stretching out behind the big toe and the bottoms of the feet. Sink the chest towards the mat, towards the thighs, and let the back arch just a little bit. Good, bring the hips high. We're gonna walk the left hand forward and draw the right hand through. We're gonna stretch out through the shoulder by slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. Palm faces up, and let that left hand, palm down, slide further out front. Now, if you can keep it closer for support, just find a gentle stretch on the outside of that right shoulder. Keep the hips high and keep those toes tucked. Also finding rotation in that thoracic spine right here. The vertebrae right between the shoulder blades that get really tight and stiff. Good. Pull that left hand back. We're going to slowly bring that right arm back across. And we're going to reach out and up to the right side, nice and slow. Good. Let's go to the left side. We're going to walk that right palm out in front. Draw the left hand behind the right and slowly lower yourself all the way down onto the left shoulder. Keep the hips high. Left palm faces up. And you're just applying pressure to the outside of the shoulder to find a stretch. Let that right hand be support, whether it's to find a deeper stretch or whether it's to take some of the weight off of that shoulder. Finding rotation in that thoracic spine. And that shoulder stretch. Good. Pull the right hand back. Use it to help yourself up. And we're going to bring that left arm up and out to the side. Now, it doesn't need to come all the way up towards the ceiling. Just open up, find a little rotation in the mid-back, and then bring it down. We're going to slowly walk both hands forward and let the hips just sink to the mat nice and slow. Untuck the toes. We're going to stay here for a couple of rounds of breath. Extending through the lumbar spine. Be gentle on the low back. Take your time. If this is too much pressure on the low back for you, you can come to the forearms. As you breathe, I want you to focus on the core stretching out. So as you breathe in, lift the chest. Feel the stretch come all the way up from the hips to the chest. And let's lift the hips, keep the toes tucked, and push the hips back to the heels. And let the chest draw towards the mat. Bring your favorite cheek down. We're just going to settle here for a moment. This is stretch and de-stress. Taking some moments to just relax, relieve some tension. Stretching out through the front of the foot, finding some mobility in the ankle while we rest. Very good. Lift the hips. Walk the hands back out forward. And again, slowly lower all the way down. This time, let your chest come to the mat. We just stretched out through the back of the shoulder. Now we're going to stretch out through the front. I want you to bring your left arm out to a T. Palm faces down. You're going to bring your right palm underneath the right shoulder. Bend the right knee. And use that right palm to press yourself over onto that left hip, finding yourself in a twist. Now you'll feel the stretch on the front side of the shoulder. That right foot comes down behind the left leg. We're just going to settle here for a couple of rounds of breath, stretching out through that left shoulder on the front side this time. Be easy. Settle into the stretch. And just focus on your breath. Very good. Slowly roll back onto your belly. We're going to go to the other side. Right arm comes out to a T, palm faces down. You're going to bring the left palm underneath the left shoulder. Bend the left knee and use that left palm to press yourself over onto the right hip. Finding a stretch through the right shoulder on the front side. Settle in. Try to find a comfortable position or a relaxed mindset in an uncomfortable position. Letting that right cheek rest to the mat. You can relax that left arm if you want, or you can keep it up with the pressure on the palm. We're going to hold this stretch for a couple more breaths. If it's okay, maybe you just close your eyes and focus on the breath. Very good. Slowly roll back onto your belly. And we're going to walk the palms out in front and come up to the forearm. Untuck the toes and really pull the forearms back in and down into the mat and press your chest forward. Take a big deep inhale. Stretching through the core.
And then relax. We're gonna bend both knees, come down to the chest, and let your hands come back to meet the feet. Give yourself some time. The left hand finds the left foot, and the right hand finds the right foot. Now you can stay right here, pulling the heels towards the glutes and squeezing the glutes. You're going to find a nice quad stretch through the front of both legs. Find that stretch and hold. Maybe you need to do one side at a time, and that's totally fine. Very good. Now I slowly want you to lift the chin and the head off the mat, maybe the chest, and I want you to press the shoestrings into your palms. We're going to stretch out of the chest and the shoulders. Maybe balancing on the core, press the feet into the hands. Good, release, bring your right cheek to the mat and release both legs. Let your arms rest to the mat. Palms face up. Let's take a couple of relaxing breaths. Very good. Bring the palms underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. And let's lift the hips, lift the chest. And bring ourselves into a down dog. Let's press the palms into the mat to press the chest closer to the legs. Finding a stretch down the arms, down the sides. Good. Now from here, press the heels down to the mat. You'll feel a stretch in the calves and the hamstrings. Very good. We're going to take that left foot and step it up to the outside of the left hand. We're going to keep that right toe tucked and keep that right knee off of the mat. We're going to bring the right hand in closer underneath our chest, and we're going to turn our chest to the left. You'll feel a big stretch come through the hip. We're going to reach that left arm high. Once it's high, open it up. Twist the chest open to the ceiling. Very good. We're going to straighten out through the left leg. Drop that right knee down and slowly sit the hips back just a little bit, pulling the left toes back towards the face. Folding over that left leg, finding a stretch all the way up the back side. Good, we're going to keep that right knee down, bend the left knee, and shift into a hip flexor stretch for that right side. You're sinking the hips towards the floor. And use your right palm on the mat to support your upper body. Now, we don't typically practice splits, but I want to just try stretching out from a different position today. It doesn't matter what that looks like. Your neighbor can't see you. I want you to use the heel and just kind of go back and forth, sliding it down the front of your mat. I'm going to use my palms. I'm going to use my fists to the mat for support. And I just want you to find a split. You can untuck that right toe. We don't have to go all the way down to the floor. If you can, go for it. Or just find a different stretch today. You can feel the stretch on the front of the right hip and down the back of the leg. Good. Slowly tuck the right toe and pull the left heel back.
We're gonna bring both hands to the inside of that left leg. Come back to that starting position in your plank. Good, and step that left foot back. We're gonna take it back to a down dog. Pressing the chest to the legs and pressing the heels to the mat. Big deep breath. Then we're gonna step that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Keep that left knee off the mat this time. We're gonna turn the chest towards the right and then lift the right arm up high. Once you have it lifted high, you're gonna open up, bringing the chest towards the ceiling, open, finding that stretch in the right hip and the left hip flexor and through that right bicep and shoulder. Very good. Bring the right hand down. We're going to straighten through the right leg. Bring that left knee down to the mat and find yourself stretching out through the back of the right leg. Pull the hips back until that right toe points to the ceiling. Folding over the right leg. Focus on your breath. Very good. Bend the right knee. And we're going to leave the left knee to the mat. Untuck the left toe and sink the hips down towards the mat. Very good. Now we're going to scoot that right foot into the center and slowly just slide the heel out to find your split. Doesn't matter what it looks like. We're just stretching from a different angle here. Keep sliding that foot out, finding the stretch on the left hip in the front and up the right back of the leg. Very good. You'll tuck the left toe, slide that right foot back. Come back to that initial stretch with the left knee lifted, and then step the right foot back. Good. Push it to a down dog one more time. Letting the chest sink towards the legs, and then press the heels down towards the mat. Very good. Let's walk the feet in towards the hands. We're going to take a fold. Bend the knees. Let the arms come heavy. And then straighten the legs and push the hips high. Keep that upper body super heavy. Maybe you reach for opposite elbows. Relax the head and neck. Maybe you shake it out. Very good. Bring the hands to the mat. Point the toes out. Heels come in. You're going to slowly lower down into a deep squat. Really waking up the hips. We're going to bring the palms together. Pressing the insides of the knees with the elbows. Sit nice and tall. We're just finding some space in the hips. Very good. We're going to bring the left hand down and reach the right hand high. Find a twist. Open up that right side of the chest towards the ceiling. Reaching the right arm back. The gaze is at the ceiling. Good. Bring the right hand down. Take the left hand high. Reach it up and then pull it back. Good. Bring that left hand down. We're gonna slowly straighten the legs, point the toes forward for the fold. And then bend the knees and let the chest rest at the thighs. Bring the hands behind you and slowly lower to a seat. We're going to slowly roll down all the way onto our back. Bring the knees into the chest and give them a squeeze. Maybe wrap the forearms around the knees. Squeeze the knees in and just relax. If it feels good, take a slow rock side to side to massage the low back into the mat. Very good. We're going to slowly lower both feet to the mat. Walk the feet out until they're right underneath the edge of the mat. And reach the fingertips for the heels. So if you can't reach the heels, maybe scoot your feet in just a little bit. And we're going to lift the hips off the mat into a bridge. Nice and easy. We're not trying to lift super high. Just tighten the core and press through the heels. Super wide bridge. Very good. Slowly lower it down. We're going to draw the right knee into the chest. Pull it out to the side this time and really draw that right knee towards the mat. There you go. We're going to cross that right knee over the left and slowly lower the legs to the right. Now, keep your back connected to the mat. You're going to feel a little pull along that left side. As your right leg is pulling the left leg down, and you're going to feel the separation and the stretch. Very good. Slowly lift the knees and roll onto the back. We're going to roll this time to the left, letting the knees fall to the left side. Finding twist in the opposite direction. Just find your breath. Now, if you can slowly scoot the left foot up towards the right hand. If you can make that connection, you're going to use the right hand to grab on to the left foot. And reach that left hand down. Scoot the right knee up just a little bit. Keep everything connected. We're going to find ourselves into a pretzel. The left hand is on the outside of the right thigh. Really working ourselves into a twist. Very detoxing stretch today. Make sure you drink lots of water today after class. Very good. Release those connections and roll onto your back. We're going to uncross the legs and take a couple of windshield wipers, bringing the knees to the left and to the right. Good. We're going to start with the feet to the outsides of the mat again. This time, we're gonna cross the left knee over the right. We're gonna slowly let the knees fall to the left, using that left leg to pull that right knee down and slightly over to the side. Assisted stretch here. Now, if this causes you any pain, just back out of it. Otherwise, hold it here and just focus on your breath. Good, slowly lift it up. We're gonna let the knees fall over to the right. Finding yourself in the opposite twist. Let the knees fall to the right. Keep the chest open towards the ceiling. And we're gonna start trying to make those connections. So you can scoot that right foot up towards the left hand. And if you can make that connection, great, hold on. You'll scoot that left knee in just a little bit towards the right hand. Let the right hand rest to the outside of that thigh. Make those connections and find yourself in a pretzel. If you get a cramp like I just did, you can straighten out through the legs at any time. Release that cramp and go right back into those connections. Find your breath. Very good. Slowly release the connections. Come on to your back. And let's take a couple of those windshield wipers with the knees. They just go to the left and then to the right, nice and easy. Resetting from the twist. Very good. Let's draw the knees into the chest. This time, take the knees out super wide and pull the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. Now you can reach for the ankles or you can reach for the soles of the feet, drawing the knees towards the floor. This time, find a slow rock side to side if you can, if that feels good to you. We're going to massage out the mid-back. A couple of nice, big, deep, relaxing breaths. Very good. Release that grip wherever it may be. Draw the knees into the chest. Let the back of the thighs rest with the calves. And let's lift the chin and find yourself in a small ball. We're going to hold a really tight position, squeezing everything in your body. I want you to think about squeezing the toes, the soles of the feet, pressing the legs together, pressing the legs to the chest, squeezing the arms around the legs, squeezing the fingers and the hands. Make your face nice and tight. Find tension in every part of your body. Squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 15 more seconds. Hold it. Get as small as you can. Get as tight as you can. Squeeze in and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly let the head rest to the mat. Let the feet come to the mat and let the legs go long. Pay attention to all the sensations that your body's feeling right now. Let the feet fall open. Let the arms come out to the sides, palms face up. And just take a moment to observe all of those sensations in your body right now. Paying attention as that tension releases. And we feel that relaxation move through our body. Making sure the face is relaxed. The forehead and the jaw are completely soft. The shoulders are relaxed and the arms are completely heavy onto the mat. Just let everything go. Relaxing the fingers and the palms. Relaxing the low back and the hips. Let the legs just be heavy. Let the ground support you. Holding no tension in the thighs or the feet or the toes. Just taking your focus to your breath for just a few minutes, keeping the eyes closed. Keeping the focus on the breath. Just a few minutes before we go. When you're ready, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes and reach the arms up overhead. We're going to take a big stretch in opposite directions, reaching the fingers and the toes away from each other. Pull, get as tall as you can. Good. Slowly relax everything onto the mat, letting the arms rest up above the head. We'll slowly roll onto your favorite side. Keep the eyes closed. We're going to take a few rounds of breath here before we set up. Letting that top arm relax onto the body. Very good. When you're ready, you can gently and softly blink the eyes open and help yourself up to a seat. Thank you so much for joining me for Stretch and De-Stress.